The pressure has been there longer than you've wanted to admit. You can feel it in your body before anything is said. A kind of tension that builds quietly, like you're already bracing for what it's going to take to keep things moving. You know the role. You know how this goes. You listen. You adjust. You fill in the gaps. You make it make sense. You hold the thread so it doesn't fall apart. And most of the time, you don't even think about it. It's just what you do. But something is different now. You feel the weight of it as it's happening. Not after, during. The effort, the reach, the way you have to stretch yourself just to keep the moment from collapsing. And instead of moving into it automatically, something in you pauses. Not dramatically, not enough for anyone else to notice, but you feel it. That moment where you realize how much force it actually takes to hold everything together. How much of it is coming from you. And for the first time, it doesn't feel sustainable. It feels like strain. Like something in you is being pulled past where it wants to go. You're still there, still listening, still present. But underneath that, there's a quiet awareness building. That this only works because you keep doing it. And if you didn't, it wouldn't hold. There's a moment where it doesn't feel like a choice anymore. It feels like something inside you detonates. Not loud, not dramatic on the outside, but internally, it's undeniable. Like something you've been holding together finally refuses to stay intact. You realize how much you've been managing, how many conversations you've carried, how many times you've stepped in to stabilize something that was never yours to hold. And then something gives. It's not anger in the way people expect. It's sharper than that, cleaner. There's no performance in it, no need to explain it, no desire to soften it so someone else can receive it better. It's just over. You can feel it in your body. The point where you would normally lean in, clarify, fix, reassure, that point is gone. There's nothing there to reach for anymore. And what replaces it isn't chaos. It's space. Uncomfortable at first. Wide, exposed, but real. Because for the first time, you're not stepping in to catch what's falling. You're standing there, watching it fall, and not moving to stop it. This is where it stops being contained. It's not just inside you anymore. It starts showing up in the room, in conversations, in the way people react when you don't step in the way you used to. Everything gets exposed. The roles, the expectations, the quiet agreements that were never actually spoken out loud. All of it starts breaking apart at the same time, and people don't know what to do with it, because they were used to you holding the center. They were used to you being the one who kept things from falling apart, who smoothed it over, who translated, who made it work. And when you stop, it doesn't gently shift. It blows open. You see how much was built on you carrying it. You see how quickly things destabilize when you don't. And for a second, there's a pull to go back in and fix it, just to stop the chaos. But you don't. Because now you know. If it only works when you hold it together, it was never stable to begin with. So you stand there while everything rearranges itself without you. And some of it won't survive that. That's the part no one tells you. This is the part that hits after everything breaks open. You start to see it. Not just what you were doing, but how much of it was automatic, mechanical. Like something in you was wired to keep things moving, to keep people regulated, to keep conversations from falling apart. And once it stops, it doesn't just go quiet. It disassembles. You can feel it in real time, the habits, the responses, the instinct to step in and fix. It's like the gears don't catch anymore. They spin, but there's nothing behind them driving it. You go to reach for the old way of being, and it's just not there. And that's disorienting, because for a long time, that part of you felt like who you were, the one who understood, who carried, who made things work, the one who could hold complexity without dropping it. But now you're seeing it differently. It wasn't just care, it was conditioning. A whole internal system built around anticipating, managing, and absorbing what other people wouldn't take responsibility for themselves. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. So it starts to fall away. Not cleanly, not all at once, but piece by piece, the machinery loses its grip on you. And underneath it, there's something quieter. Not empty, just no longer running on demand. This is where the structure itself starts to fail. Not just your role in it, but the whole thing you were standing inside of. You can feel how much of it was held up by pressure, by force, by you bracing, adjusting, compensating so it wouldn't collapse. And once you stop doing that, the strain shows up immediately. Cracks you didn't see before are suddenly obvious. The weight distribution was never right. The support wasn't shared. It was leaning heavily, and you were the one taking most of it without even realizing how much. And now the system can't hold. It starts to break at the points that were always weak. Conversations fracture, dynamics split. Things that were fine suddenly aren't. And there's a moment where you see it clearly. This was never sustainable. It only looked stable because you were absorbing the instability. So when it comes down, it feels violent, sudden, like something is being torn apart. But it's not destruction for no reason. It's exposure. What couldn't stand without you is showing itself for what it is. And for the first time, you're not underneath it trying to keep it from collapsing. You've stepped out from under it completely. What's left isn't what you expected. There's no immediate relief, no clean resolution, just this strange, open space where everything you were holding has fallen away, and you're standing there without it. It can feel exposed at first, because without the roles, without the constant reaching, without the reflex to step in and carry, you don't have the same shape you had before. Parts of you don't fit the way they used to. But then something else starts to come through. Not loud, not performative, not something you offer out to be received. Just a quiet, steady sense of yourself that isn't built around managing anyone else. You're not scanning the room. You're not calculating what needs to be said, softened, or fixed. You're just here. And that changes everything. Because what remains isn't the version of you that held everything together. It's the one that doesn't have to. Whole, not because everything stayed intact, but because you're no longer breaking yourself to keep anything else from falling apart. The signal continues. If this transmission resonated, don't forget to like and subscribe here and continue the journey with the next video. You can also follow the work on Substack at tendingtheinbetween.substack.com.